provide fuel and timber. For Syed Shah, the joy of seeing a crop on his own patch of land came late in life.
My name is Syed Shah. موجودة زمينارة مسائل فضل كهرباء شافة مزوري كذا زمينار وزكوميتها أتتون دستارونس. تدري بس هذا البوليشن ساسوني ولا يرفع إن لا تيه أنا نبغى ربادي تينس مال ما قد نش مجرك نش خالي زمين رباد تينس. أنا أكشكوامس أنا داشتن وی لوگو دجن وی تموس سبزی وی تموس زمین تو مال ایدین آباد تن که باید مال تن.
He is 86 years old, and every other day he climbs 5 kilometers up the steep mountainside to walk in paradise. These women are from Khyber, which has one of the most active village organizations. It has taken advantage of the entire range of opportunities offered by the program in areas of credit, agriculture, livestock, marketing, and of the women's program too. Their initial project was an irrigation channel to bring water to an area so barren it was known as the Forest of Boulders. And these are the boulders growing in the forest now. The land was given to the women's section of the organization, and the women are managing it together. They took a loan from AKRSP for seeds and fertilizer, and are growing vegetables never grown in the northern areas before. All of the vegetables will be marketed by the village organization. This is a new variety of wheat introduced by the program. It not only gives better yields, but has survived a rust virus that ruined an entire harvest in the neighboring village. Now Khyber supplies the surrounding villages with seed. Khyber demonstrates perfectly how, to be effective, there has to be an organization, and it has to belong to the village. No outside agency could hope to know about and respond to the needs of these small farmers, and no individual farmer could know about or take advantage of the different forms of help available from the program. The Khyber organization has selected no fewer than 8 villages to go for training, each to learn a different skill, and to acquire knowledge which they will bring back to share with their neighbors. These enthusiasts are sent to the AKRSP training center in Gilgit. Not only do they acquire expertise, refresher courses keep them up to date with the results of research and any new forms of assistance that may become available.
ये काश्त के वक्त दिया जाता है ये काश्त के वक्त दिया जाता है गंदम के बीज के बराबर.
On this part of its new land, Khyber has planted 8,000 fruit trees. The orchard is being managed collectively. Instead of each farmer having to make the journey to tend his own few trees, the organization is paying their specialists to look after them all. The village buys cuttings from the AKRSP nursery in Gilgit and grafts them onto local trees to produce apples firm enough to withstand the punishing journey to distant markets. When the crop is sold, members will decide how the profits are to be used. Din Ali is Khyber's specialist for the tree nursery.
Ja kolum tanzim aram through Gilgit. Ja yani karspiye kuta aikinum kuta sabak sing yad ne akola da jimu watanasis hirbusuyonar oshabat. Ja kuta kasbila ja budding chaba ja harbesan gono ja dishtandi shaba ja ki rogdam har durwa ne kuta qalghum algo sprem preganaba.
Livestock is the village's greatest source of wealth and income. The animals live outside year-round, summer in the high pastures, winter around the village. Poorly nourished, they have, until now, been decimated by disease. The man trained to handle the problem is Mohammed Hamid.
तो इल्म दान जा वैक्सीनेशन शुरू तबा मी खोल है ज्यादातर ब्लैक वाटर बीमारी जारी बिला यार 30% विक्सिबिम बरा बेशल इलाज शुरू है तुम 5%. बस जा कोर्स नदान इन शुरू लुगते प्रॉब्लम जार बिलुम के सिस आदत अपिम उजरत आयाउमन काफी गड़बटिंग है तुमन तुम बाद साल अन्नी असर सिस आदत तुमन मन जेम उजरत बाकायदगी का जो है शुरूत में जा जेम दुरेश में दायम जेम उजरत याई में जेम अवर खजी दिवासे शुक्रिया
विद्या.
More and more villagers are willing to pay their specialists to make sure the services continue. Senam Gul is trained in the care of poultry, which is becoming a vital part of the economy. New, more productive breeds are being introduced, and new methods of care. In Khyber, the village organization has been able to make use of every available form of help offered under the program, from soil development to the marketplace. Farmers of the northern areas could never hope to buy or hire machinery. This is the way that still, over most of the country, they thresh their wheat. It's a slow, tiring job that needs to be done at the busiest time of the farming year. Often the cut wheat lies on the ground until it's ruined by frost or eaten by pests. A condition of partnership with AKRSP is that every farmer must save regularly. The money is gathered 1 rupee at a time, but it means the village organization has enough collateral to raise loans, and they pay them back. So far, the rate of repayment is 99%.
अचानक हम ट्रैक्टरन थेशरन दिम खलेरे थेशर के उसका तमाम कुते वतन सिसवनो गट्टी मनो मरे बरास और ऐसे हरकत नहीं है बुट तमाशा बुट में मेरा अजब गनीमी अल्तोलम ऐसे सथब बरास हटे तमाम मी कुते फसल मनो गेयार में लुम गेयार मानस खुते बच्चा में देने नीम काट एसेट मिनी में ट्रैक्टर हम खरीद और थेशर का दुश्मन نقدمه ऐसे ट्रैक्टर के थेशर दुसिया के सन में दातकिना खुरस माला ने दिवन थे फातें के हुएसन और वानी ते हेल्टर तन में भी खोसट जरूर में जरगा एक मनीशो हफ्ता तुम अल्ताने डिप्टी चिवम फायदा बसा मनासन असा खर्चा मनासन और मैं उन लगे तंजीम लगे ऐसे हर मीटिंग वो बयान जब के खोसे को हफ्ता और मैं कुछ फायदा तो सुबह कुछ हफ्ता और मैं कुछ खर्चा में नहीं भी मोहम्मद वाला रमजान 2 और 13 मिनट ने खर्च में नहीं 2 घंटा 13 मिनट 290 रुपये नहीं भी और बनली वालद हसन अली 30 मिनट खर्च में नहीं 45 रुपये दो भी गुलाम शब्बीर
Credit was something that these villagers never had to understand. They had no chance of getting any. Already the village organizations have saved over $2 million. With that kind of backing, they can take out 5-year loans to buy machinery or develop land. Growing crops is one thing, getting them to market quite another. These farmers have to learn the hard facts of the marketplace, about demand, about getting their crop to market at the right time in the right condition. The wily merchants will always want to buy in a glut and sell in a shortage. Bad marketing can leave the farmer with only losses for his labor. The marketing specialist must try to make sure that doesn't happen.
شروع لو قلت جرام عامس پیداوار ان بیم که ایکه پیداوار هین ون هین سیسه ای گاش چومته تم سفر خراجات این بس می بسوم گرام سیس گٹی نمان کو گاش تومن هین سیسن نمائندان ایرومن سفر خراجات این کم منی می داکا کا تھومین گرام چینگ گٹی نمان اتسکا ایکه اخراجات این هیک کم منی می تیلٹ هونزلو کلستر شکل لو می کو مارکیٹنگ چوان امیت سوم اخراجات کم مناسکا کا مارکیٹ امیت ریٹن ولا کہ ات صحیح قیمت تھومین زمیندار شور اور چھ سو میرا آسانی میں بلا
جو ہے نا اس سے کچھ لینے کے لیے.
The program is testing new ways to avoid the risks of taking fresh fruit to market by preserving and processing. This jam factory in Gilgit was started with technical assistance and a loan from AKRSP.
उसके बाद आपने इस ढकने को अपनी तरफ सीधे हाथ पे जो है ना इसको इस तरह आपने कस लेना है ताकि इसके अंदर हवा न चला जाए.
Apricots are a fragile and perishable crop, and dried apricots fetch a far higher price than fresh. This sulfur tent was designed by AKRSP and modified by the marketing specialist. Now he's teaching village women how to do the job themselves. It's not exactly IBM technology, but it's perfect for the people, the place, and the job it has to do. The seed potatoes from Khyber are cleaned and graded in a machine developed by the program. They're such good quality that the Punjabi buyers have driven 1,000 kilometers to buy them directly from the village. Under these conditions, it's the farmers who hold the advantage. In the northern areas, the women live close-bound lives, isolated by tradition, childbirth, and ceaseless work. Between the livestock, the land, and the home, their working days are much longer than those of their men. Most will bear between 4 and 8 children. They never leave the village. Only 1 in 50 can read or write.
Spotnezin gizat ki sahar gizen khun bar vishven yani khibarep dün finanish yani khugelerechen khusupkaten khuchater khukalaher khukala khasmi geptaren kala petstaren yani puezin wozum puzod bidur cho yakshen wozu prechen katerepa khukalat khu yem hikmayet yem jupnet ger shemnet yem vokhen dün khibaret zengo zen mulki yak netaren tish sakrosta.
Opening doors for women of the northern areas is not easy, but it's something the program is trying to achieve. In some villages, women are coming forward, asking to participate, to be trained. Women's sections of these village organizations are taking joint responsibility for vegetable plots, poultry and livestock management, plant and tree nurseries, fruit and wool processing. There are now 136 active women's sections in the program area. For the first time, the problems in women's lives are being discussed in the open. The variety of opportunities open to women and their involvement in the organized life of the village are increasing. But a combination of social and economic activities that will significantly change their pattern of life is still a long way off.
يعني وش سكوجان رخته سكوجان وش بوخت المولا شو رحمت شد كتنظيمي شد كني وش كل چیزی aber راحتی بید.
In the mountains, all the resources needed to survive are scarce. Water, land, and forest. With long, bitter winters, wood is precious. Most have traditional forest land, sometimes a 3-day walk from the village itself. The trees are hard to protect. Poaching by outsiders and cutting the trees for fuel and timber have meant the forest has been disappearing at an alarming rate. The 6 village organizations of Chout decided to stop the reckless felling of trees. Their forest committee appointed tree police to arrest anyone caught cutting down trees without permission. AKRSP's frontline troops are the social organizers, each with 50 villages to supervise. Noor Mohammed has spent the last 4 years constantly on the move, living up country.
एसओ का रोल इस प्रोग्राम में एक पुल की तरह है जो मैनेजमेंट ग्रुप और गांव वालों के दरमियान पुल बांधते हैं और एसओ यह है कि उस सूरत में उनकी मीटिंगों में बाकायदा जाता रहता है और जब भी प्रोग्राम में तब्दीली आती है वो बाकायदा उनको ब्रीफ करता रहता है और अगर कोई उनके इज्तिमाई इंतजाम में किसी किस्म का कोई प्रॉब्लम या आपस में कोई झगड़े वगड़े हों तो ऐसा की ये कोशिश होती है कि वो बाकायदगी से पहले वो सॉल्व हो ताकि सॉल्व होने की सूरत में तंजीम सही तरीके से चल सके और जो उनका इंतजाम है वो सही मानों में चल सके.
Once a month, the social organizers meet headquarters staff for planning sessions. There are questions of the here and now, how to strengthen the marketing operations,